3 Cents Podcast is brought to you by Integrity Roofing and Siding. These guys are awesome when it comes to roofing needs, but also siding and renovation. They do gutters. These are year-round issues, and Integrity Roofing and Siding is there for you 24/7 year-round. Need a roofer? Our roofer is Integrity Roofing and Siding, 210-340-7663. 210-340-7663. The official roofing company of 3 Cents Podcast is Integrity Roofing and Siding.
All right, and just like that, we are back for another 3 Cents Podcast presented by Integrity Roofing and Siding. I'm Ernie Zuniga, Cleto Rodriguez, Mike Taylor, LG. That's everybody. Okay, I want to make sure. Now, next week, we are planning to have a visit from our friends Ronnie and Stephanie Suarez, who own Integrity Roofing and Siding, and they've been in the business for 3.5 decades, and they have an amazing story. So we'll get to that next week. But just wanted to put that out there. Cleto had hinted, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago that you maybe want Santa Claus to bring you a roof.
Yes,
for Christmas.
I would love a roof. We were talking about the last show about some of the things that you work on, like, what did you say, home improvement out?
Yes, when I get to a point when I don't want to do any more home improvement projects, I tell Tammy I need like 6 months, like I need a break.
I've been in my new house for now about 8 years in Floresville out that way. Mm-hmm. And before that, I would go ahead and I did everything to fix up my old house so I could sell it.
Right.
I painted every room inside out, outside, on the ladder, all that. That I didn't want to paint. I didn't want to paint no more.
Oh, you're getting emotional?
I didn't want to paint no more. And my house right now is all beige. It's all beige. And my wife goes, "You think we should probably paint it now?" All right, maybe now. Okay, I can go ahead because I'm tired of looking at beige. My house is built, my new one is built in 1977. And I think everybody in the 70s were like skinny. All right, because I got to walk sideways in my hallways because, I mean, it's just like, it's ridiculous. It looks like the compartment on Star Wars. Remember when they're like in the dumpster and they got to hold the pole to hold them away, It's like, that's
Are the walls like. Coming in on you?
The walls are coming in. It's like, and it's
literally.
Just, we're just fat, and it's like, I can't get over this thing. But my walls have been beige for this 8 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like.
Is there a color that would make you look thinner?
I'm sorry.
I know it ain't maroon. I can tell you that. I wore maroon the other day, and people were calling me on that for that. They said, "Man, you gained a little weight." Like, I don't know what it was about this maroon shirt I wore.
Wait a minute.
That just showed every little curve in me.
Yeah.
And they said, "Wow, did you let yourself go?" Well, not like I look like Patrick Swayze to begin with. You know what I mean? It's like, I
see you're all the way over the COVID. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah,
You're real fat now. Clearly you're not sick anymore.
Yeah, clearly you're not sick. Yeah. Right, yeah. Backhanded compliment, It's like,
wow.
Yeah, and that was at Thanksgiving.
Hey, come on. You just had a third plate, maybe.
Right.
I don't know, was it late in the day? Well, I'm told black is slimming. So, I mean, you look slim.
That's what I'm shooting for.
No, you're good, man. Yeah. You're good. So we'll see if Santa brings you. Now, do you still get on the ladder, like to hang Christmas lights or to paint or to do anything? There's a certain height.
My son does it now.
I have a 7-foot ladder, I think, and like I'll get to the second to the last step, and that's it. Nope.
Yep.
I don't put lights on the second story of my house or whatever because I have no desire to go up there.
Mm-hmm. And my son told him, there's a tradition. You're the next up. Come on. So get on that ladder, son. And this kid has no problem. He called me the other day.
Like Spider-Man.
Yeah, he has no problem. He called me the other day and he goes, "Dad, come find me." What do you mean come find me? You're like 16 years old. And you're like, "Come here. Come on, Dad, come find me." So I go outside, I go, "Where are you at? Hurry up. The commercial's almost done."
Yeah.
And sure enough, he was on the very top of our tree. And it's a huge tree. And it's like at the very top. I couldn't even see him. I got a picture of it. I got to show it to you guys. But yeah, it's crazy.
He's still up there.
Yeah.
He's come down.
So he does the lights now.
Gosh, good. How old is he now?
16.
Yeah, teenage boy. Yeah,
he's doing the yard too now.
Man, I ain't doing nothing like that.
Yeah.
I don't know that we have a little tree. We have stockings. We have lights around the tree in the house, but that's it. Nothing on the door. Well, I also live in an apartment, right?
It's not like
So
a Charlie
there's only
Brown
so much
tree.
you can do, to your balcony.
Right.
But they did send an email the other day. We're having a door contest.
Yes.
The best decorated door gets $100. I ain't doing that. I don't. My Christmas spirit is compartmentalized, I guess.
Okay. Meaning?
I don't have a lot of it.
What?
I don't get jacked up for Christmas, boys. I'm sorry. I wish I could just make up stuff, but I can't lie to you because I like you.
Thanksgiving? Were you jacked up for Thanksgiving?
No, I don't get jacked up for anything.
You don't get jacked up for any holidays?
Not like
Even as a kid?
That's worn off as a kid.
You did.
Well, yeah, as a kid. It's magical as a kid. I like Halloween fine enough. Christmas comes and goes. Just another day. That sounds awful.
No.
I just don't get excited for it. It doesn't
But
do anything
no
for me.
holiday, like growing up, like in my family, Easter is probably one of the biggest holidays. Just for my particular family, the way we celebrated over the years. But, okay, I don't know if you had like a specific
No, man.
4th of July.
No.
New Year's Eve?
No, sir.
Okay,
don't care. I will not be awake at midnight on
Armistice
on
Day.
January
I don't know.
Free the whales. No, man. On New Year's Eve, I'll be asleep at midnight.
Okay.
Yeah, most likely.
You don't stay up
unless we get invited to a party that we want to go to, but that's highly unlikely. Not that we won't get invited, that we'll go.
I was going to say, you'll get invited. I
We
mean,
just
you're a
wanna go to-
popular guy.
We just want to go.
Okay.
We're not, dude. I don't know. We're simpletons, me and Nina. I think that's one of the reasons we work so well together so far. Knock on wood.
Hey, no, there's nothing wrong
We
with that.
don't get jazzed for a lot of things like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't. I mean, again, we have a little. We're not atheists. I mean, we have a little tree. Yeah. I don't know. I get not that atheists can't have Christmas trees. I guess they can, because I don't know what Christmas trees had. Christmas trees have nothing to do with Christianity.
Right.
So anyway, then you stick a tree up. We have stockings and stuff. I'll get my kids stuff. Like my 25-year-old wants some stuff to put clothes in.
I was gonna say,
for-
do you
for
get a
her
list?
bedroom.
You get a list from
Sure,
your
I
kids
get lists.
now? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I get lists.
Like a hamper?
She wants like a little boudoir thing. To put the clothes.
Bless you.
A
Okay.
place to hang her stuff.
Gotcha.
To be
Wow.
more
A wardrobe,
organized.
or what do you
So
call
I'll
that?
do
Yes.
I'll do that. The 22-year-old, I got to see what the 22-year-old wants. The twins, I've got 11-year-old twins too.
Yeah.
I've got. Here we go. And see, of course, they hit me with stuff like, "Oh hell, I mean, like, Daddy, Santa Claus might not want to get you a brand new iPhone." So here's what I got from the twins: new iPhone. Yeah. You got a job, or else you ain't getting an iPhone.
Yes.
I got an iPhone. What number are we up to now?
15 is the newest
Of
one.
course. I think I have an 11.
Get the old school.
Fine. Converse white high tops. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
I can do shoes. An Air Pro wireless charger. No, Air Pro AirPod Pro wireless charger. I can do that.
Okay, charger.
A black Champion hoodie.
Okay.
She even
Yeah.
knows the brand.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
Champion hoodie. I can do that.
Yeah.
Apple AirPods Generation 2.
Not one.
What are those, LG? What's Generation 2?
They have the USB-C port instead of the Lightning connector.
There you go. I knew he would know.
Of course he knows.
Black laced Adidas sneakers. Volcom swim trunks. See these
Swim trunks?
Okay, cool. Yeah, they live in Hawaii.
Oh, you're right. Okay, hello.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
apologies. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
Kaliki Maka.
That
where
is
they
mahalo,
are.
yes, that makes a lot of
Kaliki Maka, whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
So yeah, I'll get the kids stuff.
Malakaliki-maka.
So honestly, I think I soured on Christmas as I
Okay.
got older because
All right.
You gotta pay.
yeah, I mean it's just another commercialized ass holiday to trump up the fourth quarter fiscal year. I know I said, God, what an a-hole Taylor is today. That's what it is. There's 4 major holidays to pump money into the American economy.
You're a mean one.
I was gonna say, yeah.
No, I'm
Easter, Valentine's, Christmas, and
You gotta
4th
like
of July.
Valentine's.
It's fine.
All right.
Me and Nina will do something, but it's also Valentine's Day. Let's be honest.
No, I know it
It
is.
is the first. It's the major holiday of the first quarter of the new fiscal year to pump money into the economy.
commercialized.
That's what it's about.
Got to get greeting cards. You got to get
Sure.
the floral arrangements.
I take Mike as a St. Patrick's kind of day kind of guy. St.
St.
Patty's
Patty's
Day.
got an Irish.
Couldn't care less.
Throw down a Guinness.
It's funny. Because in my mind, I don't hate any of these holidays. I just don't get terribly jacked up for any of them. That's weird.
That
I
is
guess
weird.
if I had to pick one, Halloween is fun to me. I like scary and getting
Right.
dressed up and women dress scantily and justify it because it's Halloween.
Sexy this.
Yeah, they have
Sexy
to
nurse.
Sexy, yeah, everything's sexed up. That's
Sexy
pretty cool.
nun.
And if you play it cool, as a guy, oh, that looks great. Oh, baby, you look so cute. That looks so cute. Don't say, oh, baby, you look hot.
Right.
Oh, you look cute.
Cute.
Yeah,
Cute.
go with that. But I don't know. Maybe because my mother was in jail a lot during Christmas. I don't know.
Oh, man. Darn it.
It all
My
goes
mom,
back down to the childhood.
Grandma Becky, I was in my 20s too. This ain't just childhood. Grandma Becky, I believe, was locked up 4 out of 6 Christmas Eves. Yeah.
Wow.
She had meltdowns every December because I guess she had guilt trips or would fall off the wagon or assess how bad life is. And also, I living with my grandma as a kid. We were really, really poor, and so I never knew if I was going to get anything. And it was going to be one thing, and that's why I help organizations like I do today,
Right.
because I know what it's like to be like, oh,
You've talked about the Salvation Army.
yeah.
So.
I knew early that there wasn't. I don't know how many kids listen to this show. I knew early that Santa Claus was bullshit because he don't come to my hood.
He didn't come to the tail.
Because
Were you misbehaving that year?
The white people at my grandma's job, they brought Christmas that year. Unless he dropped it off at their
Santa
house
Claus
first.
never stopped at
We
the
were
DFW.
we got adopted twice by people at my grandma's office.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because she was a grandmother raising kids.
Yes.
And they felt bad for her.
Yeah.
And so let's get some money together for Katie and let's go take pictures
Little
of
Mike Taylor needs socks.
I can pinpoint to the exact same the Christmas that deflated me on that holiday. So one time it was Christmas Eve morning, and I think it was on a Sunday, mid-'80s. I was probably 11, 12.
Uh-huh.
The station wagon pulls up with a little Volvo behind it.
Mm-hmm.
All these white folks get out. And I know that I'm mostly white, but I grew up in the barrio, so I didn't know the difference.
Right.
Oh, they look like me. So these white people get out, and they got all these bags and stuff. They brought us all these Christmas gifts, and it was beautiful. It was great. They came into the house, and my grandma's crying, and they bring all these things, and they give it to us. And that's great. Then they get their Polaroid cameras out, and they're taking pictures of it all with everybody. We're having a pose, and I'm just like, man, I appreciate y'all, but get the hell out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need to take a picture? So you can go show off at church and tell everybody what you did? Yes. So I don't know that they did it for the right reasons, but they still did it. And that's when I realized, damn, we're poor as hell. And I think that soured me on Christmas.
Okay.
I wasn't sad. I was just cynical
Yeah.
toward these people that were there to give us toys so they can feel good about themselves. I appreciated the toys,
Right.
but I knew that they were there for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
No, it doesn't.
I'm
make
sorry, I
sense.
didn't mean to take our holiday show and
No,
shit on it.
no, you did no, no. Listen,
I don't get jazzed for, and it is now. I don't know that.
I want a lump
now
of coal now.
Now it's subconscious, maybe.
Right.
I just where this country is and people and where we are sociological and where we are with different, how polarized this our society has
It's
become,
complicated,
and
yeah.
how screwed up a lot of things are, and how perspective's been lost, and it's all commercialized and. Q101's playing Christmas music and effing November.
Wow.
It's all a scam, man.
That's not going to change
It's all
anytime
bullshit.
soon.
No, God no. And Q101 will be they'll lead all radio
Number
stations
one-
in ratings in December.
Was it
Without
Artron or what's the?
I don't know what they do anymore. I'm
The
not in radio anymore.
metrics, that's
I
okay.
don't know.
Fair
Anyway, no, I didn't mean to go all dark. I don't care about holidays. They don't mean anything to me other than any other day. What jazzes me, and if I could get something for Christmas this year, it would be to have all 4 of my children in the same room together. That's all I care about.
That'd be awesome.
I don't want anything. I just want y'all to come see Daddy. Let's hang out.
When's
I
the
don't
last
care
time
what
they
we
were
do.
all together in the same room?
That's a good question. Last December, right before the week before Christmas.
Okay.
I had them in the same room. Yeah. And so it's rare that my kids are all together because I have grown kids and 2 kids live with their mom in Hawaii.
Right.
And so they're not always together. I do what I can to make sure that we're on text threads.
Right.
I tell my oldest, make sure you FaceTime the twins. I don't want them to lose track of each other.
Yeah.
And so, but because they're not together a lot.
Right.
So whether it's Christmas, New Year's, March the 4th, it doesn't matter. When my kids are together, that's when I'm whole as a human.
That's awesome.
So that's what I want for Christmas. If you're asking for Christmas gifts.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not always possible because
Yeah.
you got to get other people involved
You
in
got-
that
yeah,
endeavor.
it's a little
My twins will be here this year, thank God.
Okay.
And so I will have my kids together.
Sweet.
So that's good.
Very good.
Anyway, so
Very good.
that's so maybe this year I'll enjoy Christmas more than I
Well,
have.
it's a relative thing, but you
It
bring
is.
it you bring up very interesting points because I often remind my kids too because they want these things, these material things, shiny.
I don't
new
want crap
things.
anymore.
But then I get to that point. It's like I don't need.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't want crap anymore. I don't even want. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go chunk my tree outside
What?
when I get home.
Wait,
Say, what the
wait.
hell we did? Take these stockings down.
Have you guys ever seen Bad Santa?
Yes.
Oh yes, with
That's
Billy Bob
hilarious.
Thornton.
I picture you just kicking all
Yeah, I know.
the fake deer and
You know,
bashing
just-
it all up. Or Clark Griswold.
Oh,
Yes.
Griswold,
I
yeah.
do love holiday movies.
The movie. I was gonna
Yeah.
say I would
Love
think
the
you would
movie
like
scene.
Christmas Vacation. And,
Love Christmas Vacation.
You know what I saw this weekend? 4 Christmases.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
with Vince Vaughn?
With Vince
yes.
Vaughn, yeah.
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese
yeah,
Witherspoon,
yeah. They got all these different people
Yeah.
they got to go see. That's my family. No one
That-
stays married.
Yes,
That's the other thing.
hilarious.
If you're going to see everybody on the holidays,
But
I
it's
got
true.
to go to 7 cities to
It's
do so. I ain't
true,
doing that
yes.
shit. Y'all want to see me? Come to me. Y'all got divorced. I
It
didn't
is
make
so
y'all leave.
true, though. Yep.
Yeah, you got to have 7 Thanksgivings so you don't see everybody.
That's true.
And it's been a long time since I felt guilty about not seeing people on Christmas and Thanksgiving. Y'all son
Now I'm gonna
bitches-
throw the
again.
Thanksgiving
Ain't none of
turkey
y'all stay
outside.
married. Ain't y'all half y'all hate each other. It turns into a gossip fest. Somebody gets drunk. Somebody, you weren't there for me. I don't have that time for that.
Yep.
Anyway,
And we can FaceTime now, so that's.
I didn't
if you-
do that.
If you want to see somebody or you want to see.
It's funny. Maybe it says something about me. I don't know.
No.
I'm not like crazy close to very many people.
I'm gonna assume you're not a hugger.
I'm a hugger.
Okay,
To
all right.
those that I have a small circle though.
Oh, okay.
I keep my life very simple, because there have been times where it was quite the opposite of that, full of drama.
Well, yeah. Once
that I
you
don't
get
want.
once you get burned by some folks, I was telling this to a friend of mine. I said, forgiveness sometimes is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people because once you get burned, it's like rather than the forgiveness, you want the revenge part,
Right.
and that's one of the things that a lot of folks have that hard time forgiving, and especially during the holidays because they're like, well, I'm not gonna forgive my mom used to tell me that a lot when me and my brother get into it, or my sister, and like, you need to forgive him. You need to forgive. No, he needs to give me my money that he owes me. That's what he needs to do. And so I go, no, you need to forgive him and that kind of stuff. And I'm like, and then finally,
them 2 Benjamins will go a long way to forgiveness.
That's right. Yeah. So it's like, but it's like once you get to that point, you're like, and you got to settle for that. You just kind of let it go. All right, well, I'll let it go, but I won't forget. Kind of deal.
Gosh.
I've told my kids this, and I think it's good advice. It may be toxic. I don't know. But Dad's been through a lot. So I guess the point is, just because we may share the same blood or the same DNA does not make you. I'm not obligated to be your best friend. I am not obligated to see you every holiday. I am not obligated. Just because we may have the same DNA, don't make us family. Not to me. We may be related through DNA, but we ain't family. I got 23andMe account. I got 75,000 cousins I never met. I'm not obligated to do nothing, to go see nobody. It's not because I don't like them. It's just I'm not obligated. I am a simple man. I am not going to. Maybe I'm an a-hole.
You have a routine that it's comfortable to you.
Right. And well.
Because my dad's the same
It's
way.
comfortable not seeing all of my family every holiday. It's not.
Well, traveling is a pain too in some
Sure,
cases,
it
especially
is.
depending where you're going.
And I have 7 brothers and sisters.
Oh,
I'm close to a couple.
Yeah.
Don't know
Where you
any.
at in the
There's a
line?
couple. I don't know any of them at all. I'm first.
Oh, you're the oldest.
Yeah. Because
wow,
I had teenage parents.
Okay.
I was a fun child of the 70s, and of course they didn't stay together, and so they went off and got married later on. I have all these siblings, and I don't
Okay.
hate any of them.
Right.
But I'm not close to all of them.
Right.
And I'm not obligated to hang out with them. If I don't like your Facebook posting of your kids' kindergarten graduation and you get mad, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Again, just because we have blood don't make us family.
Right,
There's effort that needs to be. I'm closer to LG than I am two of my sisters.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah.
He is closer to my family than my uncle's cousins that I've never seen. I work with him. I see him every day.
I would give you guys gifts before I give some of my family gifts.
Same, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
There's no question about that. Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's earned. Respect is earned, and I think that I had some. I don't know. I'm not here to say Christmas sucks. I don't hate it.
We're past that, Mike, already.
Yeah, I don't
We're
hate
past
it.
that
We
already.
get it.
I'm just not jazzed by it.
Gotcha.
It's another day. If I get happy about something on a given day, it's something organic that happened. It happened to happen that day. If something happens on December 25th that brings joy,
Right.
great. But if it don't,
I'm over here scratching off Christmas songs. Get the hell out. No more Christmas stuff.
a lot of Christmas songs piss me off too. And I get depressed.
Turn on, cancel the
It
Q1019.
reminds me of
Yeah.
remind of course, Nina's parents are both gone. She's not close to all. She has a lot of brothers and sisters too. We're just a very small little thing, me and her, and it's she, me, and our kids. And after that, it's really got to be earned
She's
and
got
organic.
two-
She got
she's
two
got
boys.
two
I've
boys,
got
yeah.
4. So it's me, her, and our 6 kids.
And you got all
together.
girls. No, and a boy.
And outside, again, there's 6 kids amongst us.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody else that's going to get my love
That's
is going
right.
to have to come on my time. That's a lot of kids.
Get in
man.
line.
Yeah, it's not that I don't love you. So I had a lot of kids. So y'all ain't getting nothing for Christmas. I got to get my kids something. That's about it.
But he brings up a good point. He brings up a good point because it's like when there's that one year that's rough and you're like, okay, I'm trying to make this stretch. I'll be honest. I'm the guy that wants to give everybody something.
Yeah.
My wife's not that person. She's the frugal one. She's the, hey, we don't even see that guy. We don't even get, but that's my brother. But no, we don't even see him.
Yeah.
Whatever. That kind of, it's like
I'm with her on that.
yeah, yeah. So it's like with me, I want to give, everybody, I don't care if it's a screwdriver, a wrench, whatever.
Right.
I want to give them something and wrap it up or whatever. But that's just, that's just me. But it's like, I think why go out of your way for someone that you don't see? Like, I remember all the nieces and nephews. I was like, my wife's this is when I finally had it. I was like, I guess I'll stop giving mood. I was like, I was wearing my Mike Taylor shirt. And I said, you know what?
I had my middle finger with
yeah,
a
like,
stocking
hey,
hat on.
Screw Christmas. And we, but these nieces and nephews, I don't see them but once a year.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, nah, we're going to give them a gift card
And
here.
you should not feel guilty about
And that's exactly
anything.
right. That's
You're
exactly
not
right.
obligated, I guess is the point. There's no obligation. There are family members that'll try and make you feel guilty about stuff. They gave up. They gave that up on me a long time ago. They realized he ain't Mike. He ain't gonna.
That's my
Oh, wait,
sister.
they'll be like, are we drawing names this year?
Yeah.
You draw names to exchange gifts with. So then you got to buy gifts for all of the nieces and nephews, or I don't know if you do that in your family, but
Yeah.
or there's that, or there's we got to get a gift for the teacher.
Oh,
but,
yeah,
but
yeah.
each kid has 6 teachers.
Yeah.
And the coach, and the this, and the that. And
See,
it's-
I don't mind giving out
No.
Valentines, like the little cards
Right.
to all the teachers but when it comes to Christmas, you're getting candy canes. Here you go. Teacher, here's candy cane. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I know. I'll say Merry Christmas to people. We'll do the red kettle. I'll go ring the bell. We'll raise money for kids. That's what I do at Christmas.
Mike looks like the type that when you change, really? Change?
Well,
You giving us that much?
Well,
No
I
dollar
don't- I
bills?
don't
You got
love
no
change.
dollars
No,
on you?
I don't
want-
like change. No,
want that-
me and the drug dealers. I don't. You gonna give money to Salvation Army? Or you gonna buy dope? We don't take change.
you don't pay with coins.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I look at that. I mean, what I do on Christmas traditionally is I raise money for the Salvation Army to give to kids that are poor and needy that I'll never meet. But that makes me feel good about that, And I don't need to meet
But it's
them.
personal. But that's also personal.
It's
to
a
you.
personal thing.
But that's the thing.
Correct. I ain't trying to crap on anyone's Christmas.
Right.
I just don't.
It's personal
It's
to
not that big a
you,
deal to
just
me.
like tamales might be personal to me, or
Sure.
or whatever your thing is.
Christmas was.
personal.
But not no more.
Yeah. Well.
Christmas.
I do like a lot of the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not Scrooge. I just don't get jazzed by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all
But
right.
it's like, but you just said the whole year, there's not one holiday.
Oh yeah, the whole year. Yeah. I don't.
So you don't. There's not a single day of the whole year that excites
Super Bowl
you.
Sunday.
My
I bet.
birthday. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Super Bowl Sunday, right? No,
No.
Oh, not even that.
But okay, he hinted his birthday. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
yeah, his
kidding.
birthday.
I don't care. I
Well,
couldn't care less.
just
about
happened.
that.
Well, I
Next
don't-
year,
I don't think it's his
next
birthday,
year
'cause
you'll
he
be
really
50
didn't-
though.
He didn't
Nah.
really. He really didn't tell anybody about his birthday, but us.
Well, now we know for next year because
You know?
it's a milestone birthday
And
next year.
the only reason I think I told y'all because I was using it as a reference
That's right,
point to a
yeah.
story. It really,
Yeah.
I really was supposed to be part of that conversation. Man, I'm just, maybe I'm an ass, but I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
no, it's just every day is equally as important and equally as
Yeah, it needs
Significant.
to be. Yeah, it needs to be organic and genuine. I'm not going to be guilted by an aunt because I didn't go see her kid for Christmas. You know, when the kid doesn't, I don't
Oh, I
know the
love it.
kid's phone number. You know,
right.
I love members of my family, but then there's many that I don't even know where they live.
Yeah.
Like I could not.
Right.
Like I've got right now 2 sisters. I don't know what their address is.
Yeah.
I know that they live in the North Texas area in the Metro 6. I don't know how to get to their homes.
My dad is a lot.
I have a niece I've seen once, and,
Right.
and she's 15. It just went that way, you know.
My dad's
I know.
like Mike. I mean, all the way through. Like he doesn't like, except Mike likes people. My dad don't like people. He don't
I
like
don't
him
like
at all.
people.
No, yeah. He my dad doesn't like people. His thing is he doesn't like them, and he does. He tell you. I mean, honest to God, he doesn't like my mom's side of the family. He don't like his side of the family. He put up pictures of my aunts and my grandmother in front of the house for Halloween.
What?
Yes, 8x10 frames and everything
Meant to scare people?
to scare the trick or treaters.
Well, that's not very.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, okay.
That's
but
next level right there.
Now,
That's-
hold on.
Took some planning.
He said that I go, Dad, you're gonna get gifts for him. Why? They don't come see me. They don't say, Dad, what do you mean they don't come see you? You don't want nobody to see you. He was the only man that I think was excited about being quarantined, that no one could go visit him.
Really?
Kid you
I
not.
wouldn't want that.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
was so excited. Nobody got to visit him.
I
wind
don't
up
want
being-
to
yeah.
be. See, I don't want to be. I don't
Mike,
want.
you're already
I-
there. We just put it out there. You're
Well,
already there.
see, I'm scared now. You got me worried. I don't want to be. I don't want to. I'm not a cynical man. I'm just hard to. I'm just not jazzed for holidays.
Yeah, I get
I don't want to be. I don't want to be 70 and a curmudgeon and unhappy. I want to be a very happy, fulfilled old man. Right.
You know,
I
think,
just don't feel I get that through celebrating Christmas with my family. When we see each other, we see each other. Like I'm gonna be in Hawaii. The 14th, 15th, 16th, to 17th to see my twins. That to me is Christmas.
Well, that's
Absolutely.
personal to
Then
you. Yeah.
the week right before Christmas, we are going to, for the holidays, because we have some time off, me and Nina and her 2 boys and my 2 oldest, we're going to go spend a week at a home on the beach in Galveston. That's going to be amazing. So it's not like we don't celebrate.
Yeah.
Right.
We just keep our little circle. We're
Yeah.
just really simple.
Nothing
that
wrong
way,
with that.
man, you know. And if anybody in the family does not like the, and I'm also the only kid that moved away. Like all of my siblings all live in the North Texas area, Fort Worth, and I'm the only one that moved away. And
kinda
I've been
like-
gone a long time.
You're kind of like 4 Christmases. Like this year, well, where are you going to be at? Oh, we're going to be in Uganda making sock puppets and in the Yucatan. And
Yeah, I just realized. Yeah, for the holidays, I'm going to be in Hawaii and Galveston. That's pretty cool.
that's good.
But with my kids,
Right.
and Nina and
As
her
it should
boys,
be.
you know, and it's just kind of us and
That's the gift.
anybody that we see along the,
gift that
way.
keeps
is
on
great.
giving.
Yeah. If you invite me to your house and we're not doing anything, I'll come over. I'm not trying to not celebrate. I'm just not bending over backwards.
Right.
And I'm not going to be made to feel guilty because I didn't go see Abuelita on Thanksgiving and then, you know.
So yeah, on that note, Facebook, I tell you right now, it's gotten me so much trouble. We had a birthday party for my son recently. He just turned 15.
Yeah.
Same kid, but it was like another year, like 2 years ago. And we didn't have enough money to have a party for him. So we wind up gonna take him his birthday was during the week. We took him to Peter Piper's.
Yeah.
We just took our neighbors who are good friends of ours, said, hey, you want to come with us to Peter Piper's? Man, someone took
a picture.
of us.
Oh boy.
And we posted the picture. Oh man, my whole family. Tight invite. Wow. Did you get the invite? I didn't. Did you? I didn't. Wow. And I got pissed off. I go, you're right. It was a tight invite because we were tight on money. We couldn't have a party.
Yeah.
I only look. If you notice, there's only one pizza there. Okay.
Yeah.
Notice I didn't eat, so I'm eating tuna when I get home. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on.
Yeah, I have people in my family that they will get into it with each other over
Yeah.
stuff like that. They know that I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So they don't involve
They
me.
don't bother.
I'm out. And all that and when you do that, all that makes me want to do is not hang out with you even more so.
Right.
Yep.
Alienates you even more.
Even more.
Yeah.
And so it's like just we all need to get along, raise our kids, live our lives. We're all grown ass people, and I get caught up in you didn't see me for Thanksgiving. Well, what are you doing November the 7th? Why don't you just come over then?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be an occasion?
On a random day, it could
You know,
be, yeah.
I had a sister who came to town last month because her son was in the big band competition at the Alamo Dome.
Uh-huh.
I found out about it 2 weeks later. Hey, I was in San Antonio. Why didn't you give me a call? You know, but we're just not close.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at her.
Right.
But I would have had she said, "Hey, I'm in town for 3 days." I'd have been like, "Oh, cool. Let's have lunch on the Riverwalk. Where are y'all staying? I'll come downtown and
Yeah.
meet you guys."
Yeah.
But we didn't, and we're not mad at each other because it didn't happen.
Right.
We're grown ass people. We have bills and obligations and
Right.
children, and we just. I've never been, and I just. It's not that I didn't set out this way. My family situation went that way, where we just don't have these massive get-togethers.
Ernie doesn't even feel like seeing his family on Christmas right now.
No, yeah, exactly. No. I was going to ask you this, though.
Yeah.
So because of what you have just said, both of you, do you preach to your kids at all that, hey, as you grow up, I think you touched on it earlier, I want you to communicate. I want you to maintain a relationship so that
Absolutely.
when you're 40-something or whatever, you don't have this. Because I do, my two brother and sister both live in Virginia. Love them to death. We're just not super close because we don't see each other very often. But I do tell my kids, I don't ask for a lot, but I do want my 3 kids to just be civil and respectful of each other over the years, because I'd like to think
Right.
years from now when I'm
Yeah,
gone.
and see, at the risk of being a hypocrite,
Yeah.
I want my children to be close.
Right.
If they hung out all the time, like when my twins are grown, if they're all going to Christmas dinner together, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I like I said, all I want is my children in the same room, right? I
Right.
want them to be close. I don't want them to I don't even know where my sister lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not an ideal scenario for
Right.
me. It's just how it went, but I'm 49 now,
Right.
so I'm not up at night over that.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know that my dad is either. But I'm the kind of dad where I do want I want my siblings to stay close. I hope they do. But knowing they may not, and it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird to think where in 20 years when my kids are all grown and I'm an old man, I may have 2 kids who come see me and we have a relationship. And then 3 weeks later, I have these twins that are quite a bit younger with a different mom that come see me, and we have a separate relationship. It doesn't sound right, me being the parent. I want you guys to be close because I'm your dad. All of
Right.
you. You know, I don't want that. Well, I don't want it to be like it went for dad.
Yeah.
You know, with me.
Right.
Don't be cynical. You know, but it may not work that way. My twins may not stay. Who knows? They may go to different colleges on opposite sides of the country. They may have their own thing.
I've got twins too, so I know all about that. I mean,
Sure,
that's-
There's just your twins. There's no guarantee they're close at 30 and going to each other's kids' birthday party. They may not.
We have what we call the older batch and the newer
Right.
batch. And
Oh,
we
that's
got a
us.
mixed family. So
Yeah.
So we have the older ones, and my Mallory now is 22, and they just started doing this on their own, and I didn't even know it, but they're all in a bowling league together.
Right.
I don't know if I mentioned this tonight, but they're
You touched on it the other day.
They're,
but
they're in the
That's
bowling
beautiful.
league.
I
Yeah,
would
they're
cry.
hanging
that is
out.
pretty. That's pretty cool.
They're hanging out, and they're just having drinks.
Did you even know before they
I did
signed
not
up together?
know.
How great
I
is
did not
that?
know. They did it
Wow.
on their own. And they said, hey, my daughter goes, yeah, we're going to be, we got our bowling league. I go, oh, I didn't even know you were bowling. He goes, yeah, I'm bowling with Gabby, Joseph, and Rob. I'm like, what? I go, wow, okay. And then now it made me want to go see them and hang out with them.
you're like,
And, you know, like, okay. And it kind of a tearful
you
moment.
get a little choked up.
Yeah, because it's like,
Yeah.
you want them to stay close. You want them to be close. And they've always been close. And they've always,
Yeah.
I mean, the older ones, when they would go to Vegas together, they would go to concerts together. And now my youngest one, I mean, my youngest daughter, Mallory, is now 22. She's now going with them to the clubs and all that stuff and doing all these things. So I got the 2 boys at home, and I tell the boys to, take care of each other,
Right.
know. And so yeah, I definitely want them to stay close. I'm with Mike too. It's like I don't ask for much, but just the togetherness, and keep the traditions of what we've been doing for years, and just kind of like within that circle. I mean, we branch out when we can to our in-laws and stuff like that, but it's just yeah, I mean, don't manipulate or guilt me into being at this function if I don't, if I can't make it. Like a lot of times I couldn't make it to the gigs. I mean, I couldn't make it to the functions because I was at a gig.
And you're working.
I'm working.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't care if they were mad or upset with me. I didn't. Okay.
And what I try not to do is I don't want to guilt my oldest into, hey, you need to keep up with your little twins.
Exactly.
You guys have a brother and sister in Hawaii. I don't do that.
Yeah.
What I tell my 25-year-old is stay in contact with the twins because they are so far away. They have zero family outside of their mother, and the 3 or 4 times their dad comes to town to see them, they have no family where they live, right? So I asked my oldest, stay in contact with them so they feel like they've got roots back in Texas still. Do that as a favor to your daddy, knowing that when everyone's grown, though, they all 4 may go their separate ways. And that's fine. That's okay. But while they're little, I don't want my twins to feel like I don't want them to grow up, well, we lived in Hawaii. Our dad was in Texas. All of our siblings, all of our grandparents, all of our cousins, everybody in our family lived in Texas.
Yeah.
See, I told you I'm not real close to my family. But we all live in the same state, though.
Right.
We don't see each other because we don't like each other. They don't get to see each other in here in Texas because they're so far away and isolated. And so I want my kids to help me keep those 11. And they're only 11. They're little, so they're impressionable. I don't want them to feel like they got abandoned or they're not thought about. And I've never once had that. They've never shown me they feel that way. I just don't want it to get that way.
Exactly.
So I don't guilt my oldest into talking to them, but I encourage my oldest, hey, text your twins. I'll put them on the same thread.
Yeah.
And I would love for when they're older if they do stuff together and things, but they may not.
Texas is a tough state to live in with all families scattered everywhere because it's like the size of a country.
Sure.
Just to get around.
Again, and all
just
my
practically speaking.
Yeah, like the other day, like my dad and my brother, they went to go see the Dallas Stars at a hockey game, and they were posting pictures, and it's great. Oh, that's awesome. I liked it. Oh, cool. That's a badass shirt. My dad had a cool TCU hoodie on. My brother's in a Stars hockey jersey. I haven't gone to a game with my dad in years.
Yeah.
So I do long for that.
Right.
But it's not their fault that I left and moved to South Texas.
Right.
We live far away.
Yeah.
You lose touch when you're not close, like in the same town.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And Christmas just comes and goes every year for me because of all of that. But I do love It's a Wonderful Life. That's one of my favorite movies. I want to talk about movies.
Do you have a Jimmy Stewart impersonation you can do?
No, it's not any good. No.
Do you have a Jerry Jones Merry Christmas
No,
time?
no, not today.
Well, I don't know.
We got to keep Jerry in the closet on the case. Can't bring him out. We can't saturate.
I used to do a Jimmy Stewart impersonation, but it's I went through a phase when I was younger where
I can't do it, Jimmy. I love Jimmy Stewart, by the way. He donated lots of money to the Fort Worth Zoo.
Oh gosh.
Fort Worth has one of the premier zoos in the world because of Jimmy. Before he died, Jimmy Stewart's. He just liked that place.
Jimmy.
Liked that place.
No,
I can't.
I can't even. No,
You can do it. Come on, let's work on it.
I know.
I gotta take one headphone off my ear though.
What was his brother's name in the movie?
Doc on it? No, I can't.
No, I can't do it. No,
I can't do it.
Have you? Okay, seriously.
Yeah.
And we won't do Jerry Jones. But do you do any other impressions? Do you do impressions as part of your comedy? When I was younger in the 90s in high school, I went through a Saturday Night Live, like that phase with like Dana Carvey and that cast and everything. And now like Frank Caliendo is a big impression guy. But Dana Carvey, I grew up with like Rich Little and those comedians that
he was the man.
would do impressions. And I tried, and failed miserably. But
I got a couple only because and they're super random. Only because I can do it.
yeah.
And you may know this one. I don't know if you know who Dave South is.
Oh, the Aggies.
The longtime Aggies.
Now it's Andrew
broadcaster.
Monaco, but it used to be.
Right. So one of my running characters on the radio show for years has been Dave South.
Yes.
And the reason why that even I told a story where he actually jumped on my ass one time.
Really?
in a press box calling baseball. A&M played. I was at Sam Houston State in Huntsville, and A&M played Sam Houston State, and we had a press box, that little dinky ballpark in the 90s. The press box was about the size of this studio.
Yes. Yeah.
This is an ideal size for podcasting.
Right.
For broadcasting play-by-play live ball games.
No.
And you get Dave South. He's over here in the corner, and he's got this giant booming voice. It's Dave South on Learfield Sports. We got the Aggies and the Sam Houston State Bearcats today in Huntsville. You know, and I'm like, who the fuck's this guy? I had never heard of him before. See, he's laughing because it's a spot-on imitation.
That is spot
It's one of my best. And so I'm like, who is this guy? And so he's bleeding into our broadcast. He's so loud. And you can tell he's just put out because he's used to a big-time singing. It's a little rinky-dink press box.
Wow.
You know, and so Sam Houston winds up beating A&M on a walk-off home run. Bottom of the ninth, walk-off. And I'm Sam Houston. We're going crazy.
Losing your mind.
Me and my partner. And I just start going, Saw Lassie's ears off. No. Saw Lassie's ears off. No. As the guy's rounding the home plate. And we go to commercial. A&M, and of course, Dave's such a homer. Here's the pitch. A home run, we lose. Up next, the postgame. Because when the Aggies lose, that's it. Broadcast over. There's no long postgame show. Yeah. So we both go to break. Dave gets up, walks over, and goes, "Son, that was Bush League." and I said something smart ass. I don't know. I was 20, 19 maybe. And so ever since then. Wow. I've tried to perfect Dave South. Dave, his calls, he's a legend at A&M, Cleto. I'm a legend, but I'm known for never getting the call right. I hardly know who's got the ball. I hardly know if we got it, they got it. Is it a touchdown? And he always says we and they. They score. Here's the pitch. Home run, it's over. They win 3-2. Postgame next. It's always they or us. And he didn't give a shit. And the Aggies love him. He's a legend, He's retired now. But he was always, here's the handoff. Reggie Lewis up the middle. He's got I think he fumbled it. And poor Dave Elmendorf.
Dave Elmendorf on the
always had to clean it up for him. Dave, I think he fumbled. Well, actually, Dave, there's a touchdown pass. Oh, okay. And it's always on Learfield Sports. So I do that one.
You got him rolling over there, man. You got him crying over there.
And I love Dave. I miss Dave. No offense to Andrew, but Andrew's such a professional.
Andrew Monaco is a consummate professional.
Such a pro, but he didn't have that. He didn't have that bravado that Dave South had. That old school.
You could have given me 2,000 guesses, and I would have never thought. Mike Taylor, who can he impersonate really well? Never said.
You sound almost a little bit like,
Dave
what's his
South.
name from the Cubs?
Harry
Carey.
Carey.
Yeah, that's a drunk Dave South.
Yeah.
Hey, he got to got to slow the words.
Cubs win.
Cubs win.
I'm probably the only person on earth that even does a Dave South on a radio show.
That does it well.
And of course, Dave's now been retired for about 5 years.
Yes, he has.
And so at some point, no one's going to know who he was anymore. So that bit will finally run its course. But as long as we went to the SEC.
Yeah.
And they're jealous, so that's why they're following us. Big Brother's following us to the SEC, And of course, there's been nights where Drunk Dave would call the show after the Aggies got beat by Kansas.
Yeah, you would have Drunk
Dave
Dave would call.
Oh yeah, after they lost to Missouri or somebody like that.
God, now that we
another
know, man.
6-6 season.
We'll have to do an Aggie segment or something, and
yeah, right. Just so we can hear the voice again.
Or we can sell
Oscar De La Hoya is one people will.
Oscar
get
De
to
La
Let me
Hoya.
hear him.
I'm trying to visualize. He's very kind of soft spoken guy.
He's got that super East LA Mexicano Mexican American.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm Oscar De La Hoya, and I got a fight coming up in January. If you want to, it's gonna be sponsored by Fred Lawyer Insurance. So we've done that one a lot. You probably heard that one, haven't
Yes,
you?
I heard that one.
Wow.
Yeah,
The only one I do is Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, Puss in Boots.
No.
that's
Wait,
good.
Not yet.
That's very good.
You got the phlegm. You
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
phlegm going in the
Wow.
throat. Yeah.
They call me Puss in Boots.
That's what they called me when I wore the fishnets.
Have you seen Gabriel Iglesias' bit on
Fluffy.
on Canelo?
I don't
About
think I
Canelo.
have.
He goes, "That man, I love Canelo. I love watching him, but it's just I wish he wouldn't give any interviews." Yeah, I'm the best, and I'm the best, and I'm the best. Got a high pitched voice. I am the best and the best.
Is that like a little
He's
Speedy
got a-
Gonzalez in there? It sounded like a
it's
little.
a high pitched voice. I'm the best. I'm the best.
I'm a champion. I fight anybody. Now that goes back to like it's young Oscar,
Young Oscar.
25-year-old. He had more of a high pitched voice because he was younger. He hadn't had all that alcohol and cocaine.
Do you watch? Do you keep it with boxing now?
Not as much as I used to.
You keep it with Ryan Garcia. Did you see his fight this weekend?
No, I did not.
And do you see how he was calling out his promoting team with Oscar and Bernard? And
Oh, I did see that.
that was crazy.
Right in front of Oscar.
Yeah, right in front of him.
Get this kid out of here. Who the hell's this
Yeah, I
kid?
was like,
I'm
wow.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Golden Boy.
Have you seen his documentary?
No.
It's
I need
good.
to. Is it Netflix?
It's on HBO.
You know
Max.
what? For show synergy, so Oscar had a bunch of kids with a bunch of women,
A lot.
and he actually has kids that have bonded,
Yeah.
who have found each other in
Yep.
adulthood. Back to what we were saying earlier, he has kids spread out where they haven't, like, seriously, they never even met till they were in their 20s, and they've bonded.
They met each other before they
keep-
met him.
Yeah. Wow. Like, I've never, like, it's weird.
Yeah.
They have become close, and Oscar's he's just our sperm donor.
He's just-
Yeah. You
But
talk
we're
about
brother and sister,
Bro.
so let's build a relationship
Yeah.
despite our asshole
that
dad,
one there's
who was
got,
never there for us.
That one there's got like mommy and daddy issues.
Oh, because Oscar's not a good dude.
Yeah.
man.
And this town loves him, but he ain't a good dude.
Gosh,
He's
dog.
a sorry dude. And he admits it in the documentary. He
I'll
goes,
give it to him.
but he owns it too.
He
It
owns
is what
it.
it is. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it went. I didn't mean for it to be that way. And I told her not to get pregnant. You know, he don't give a shit. He owns it. He owns his D-baggery. So I respect it. At least he's not trying to hide
Yeah.
from who he is. That's who I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's a lot to take in.
He bashes people on Instagram all the time.
Oscar.
Yeah, like, dude, you're 55 years old.
Yeah.
Stop it. Like somebody, because he's dating some 22-year-old model. People go on there and he'll post him and her, and people be like, "Oh, does it take your granddaughter to work day?" And he comes back on random people. Dude, you're Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
You're worth $100 million. Who? Why reply to this?
Yep.
Because he loves it. He gets off on the drama. He's never grown up. He's an 18-year-old, 55-year-old. You know.
Yeah.
So, and I know y'all love Oscar, but I do.
He does have a lot of fans here in the 210, but nonetheless. Okay. My gosh. Wow, that was.
What did we learn today?
learn?
I hate Christmas. Dang it. I'm chunking my tree when I get home.
You can take your Christmas, shove it up.
Oh, my gosh.
Look, in my heart, there is a part of me that could really love Christmas,
Yeah.
but it never went that way.
Okay.
I meant to ask you, when they did the picture and all that, with the gifts, how old were you then? Were you little?
Oh, when
or-
they came over,
Yeah.
Probably 11 or 12, highly impressionable.
Yeah.
And I just got the distinctive. I got maybe this is a lesson for your next sermon.
Mm-hmm.
I got the impression that they were doing it for them.
Yeah.
And they wanted to brag about it.
Yeah.
And it
You're
was a
not
chance
supposed
to
do that.
No, gosh, no. So I wanted to, as I got older, and the only reason I don't give to charities, and I do actually give to some anonymously, but I obviously with our Salvation Army stuff, I've got to tell everybody I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Or we wouldn't get the donations.
right.
That's the only reason.
Right.
Other than that, like I wouldn't like. I always made it. I'm going to help people, but not have to brag about it.
Right.
I'm not gonna like throw it out there. Oh, what do you? Oh, just hanging out here, passing food out at the shelter for Thanksgiving. What are you guys doing? Oh, come on. We know you're bragging about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate people that do that shit.
Yeah.
They brag without. They're acting like they're not trying to brag.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's just a random post while I'm feeding the homeless for Thanksgiving. You know, or me and my rescue dog, we drove down to the Salvation Army today and passed out candy. But anyhow, we had Whataburger. It was great. Oh, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, why, I don't even know you got a rescue dog. Just say you and your dog.
You and your dog.
Come
Me
on,
and my
man.
dog.
Yeah, I don't need.
Oh, man.
You know, I'm a cynical person, guys.
Yeah, but you turned out all
I
right.
admit
though.
that.
That's all right.
At least, you know.
Well, hey, listen.
Anyway.
Nobody's perfect.
But good luck with your
Present
Christmas
company
lights.
included.
Yeah. Well.
Just don't hurt yourself.
Don't get hurt.
Don't get hurt. We need you back here next Tuesday.
You know what I did once? I did when we moved out to Floresville, we had 10 trees, and I wound up putting $100 worth of lights, and I thought I was gonna fill up all the trees. It only filled up one tree.
Yeah.
And it only went like halfway, and I
Yeah.
said, My kids were like, "This is the saddest winter wonderland ever." I'm like, "Well, you better come back in March when I finish paying it off." I'm like, "Good night." Like,
Mijo,
dang.
visualize it. It's all got lights everywhere.
Yeah,
Here, close your eyes and we'll do this.
that's right. Yeah, there you
The
go.
stars up. Oh, look at the light. Look at the light.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Start a fire. Let's burn the leaves. Hey.
Bonfire. Well, you can legally burn out there, right? You're in
Oh yeah,
Floresville.
Man, they
You can-
burn. They burn.
There you go.
They-
Make a fire.
Man, they burn brush, they burn trash,
Yeah.
they burn
Yeah.
evidence, everything.
Oh,
out
wait
there,
a
man.
minute.
They burn all
Oh,
kinds
hold
of
on.
stuff
Wow.
out there.
Goodness.
He ain't lying.
Oh.
He ain't lying.
Don't incriminate yourself or anything here. Oh my goodness. All right. On that note, man,
I'm
that's
burning my Christmas tree when I
been
get
a
home.
lot. It's been a lot to talk about today. A lot of a hilariously
These
heavy show.
shows are therapy. You know?
I can see that.
Yeah.
LG will send the invoice here soon because there is a therapeutic component to this. So we hope that you watching find this. As,
Oh yeah. I've been able to get my childhood. I'm fine because of the outlet I've had, being able to humorously talk about it for 20 years.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I'm good.
This is quite. It looks like a podcast, but really it's a therapy session.
I'm using you to give you all my stuff.
On the folks on my they're watching it.
Yeah.
You know, watching the show. They're
All
like,
viewers?
Mike Taylor just moved up on the top of the prayer list.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bring Mike Sunday.
Lift Mike up in prayer now, and we'll. All right.
And I appreciate that.
That's
Hey,
it.
thank you.
That's
We will
it.
take all the help we can get.
Yeah.
But that wraps up another episode of 3 Cents Podcast, presented by Integrity Roofing for Antonio Banderas
No.
and Dave South.
We ain't not yet.
We're gonna kick Texas ass. You wait till Thanksgiving next year. They're gonna want to They're gonna hate Thanksgiving like Mike Taylor when we get ready for whooping that longhorn ass.
There it is. And LG, I'm Ernie Zuniga. Until next time, thanks and gig 'em. Oh my God.
Wait. Three Cents Podcast is brought to you by Integrity Roofing and Siding.